All right, guys. I just got this camera from Qyteco earlier this week, and I just want to make a little video on it. It's the big one. I'm going to just show you the specs, basically. It's the easiest way to do it. I got this basically just to do city sewers, because it's big. But it's the QY6698. Also, if you notice, this is red. The other ones are black. I'll show you what the differences are. But as you can see, it's got the regular 13.3-inch monitor. This one's got the 110 meter push rod, which is roughly 360 feet. And the 9mm push rod. And I see on here there's 11 mil, and I didn't even know they made 11 mil. But I'll tell you what, so that 4.8mm, that's this blue one here. That one's awesome in a whole bunch of different drains. Like I do it in kitchens, laundries, bathtubs, bathroom sinks, toilet traps, a whole bunch of stuff. The 5.3 looks almost identical to the 6.8, but it's just a hair smaller. That's probably the least used one that I have. I did use it yesterday, but I don't know, it's just a little bit more flexible than the 6.8. But the 6.8, that's like by far probably the most common one that they sell. The 7.2, so the camera that I have, it's a dual reel, and it's the 5.3 and the 7.2. That 7.2 is like 200 some feet long, and you can pretty much easily push it all 200 some feet. That's an amazing push rod. It's just a hair bigger than that 6.8, but man, does it make a difference. And like I said, I didn't even know that they had an 11 mil. If I would have known that, I probably would have requested that. Because like I said, I pretty much only plan on, excuse me, I pretty much only plan on using this in city sewers. As far as the heads, it's the 39mm C, and then there's an S. I believe what the difference is, this is like the custom head. So it has the two sets of lights, like the high beam and the low beam. The other ones are just like, kind of like this one. What else we got? So that's about it. But that's the one that I have. I mean, if you want to pause and read this stuff, you definitely can. But I'm going to show you some of this stuff anyway, because this one's different, which I really like. So I mean, it's just like the other ones. Like when you open it up, it's exactly the same. Same storage, same everything. Same thing, you hold the button down for a couple seconds. I like that they changed like the welcome screen, because it used to say welcome, and that, like, no offense, but that looked kind of ghetto. This one's got a built-in battery, or I should say or you can use this one. The screen's good. Let's see, they changed it. That looks way nicer. But also what they did, it's kind of hard to tell, but they made these fonts a little bit bigger. So if I unlock this, hope it doesn't come shooting out. Come on. Yeah, so now you can actually see, I mean, you could see it before, but like these videos, if you put them on your phone, you like could not read this stuff. It was so small. But now it's way better. And the biggest thing for me, speaking of putting it on your phone, these record, instead of AVI files, they record an MP4. So the old one, you had to like convert the video to use it on an iPhone. Otherwise, iPhone will not recognize it unless you use some other app. But either way, you couldn't play it or do anything with it. But if you converted it, then it worked just fine. But this one, no need. I already tested it. I saved it to a flash drive, plugged it in my phone, and it just worked like normal. Also, it's just like the other ones. The head can come off, the spring, completely changeable. These things are massive compared to the other ones. And the skids, I pretty much asked for every skid they got. So this one is for slightly smaller than 4-inch. This one's slightly smaller than 7-inch, and this one can get down to slightly smaller than 10-inch. So I mean, it's pretty big. Also, if you don't have any of the, I'm going to show you the custom thing. I don't know how I'm going to do this with one hand here, but I'll go like this. I'll move these skids quick. I also have, I think this is a 29 millimeter with like pretty much the exact same head for the 6688. So it does the same thing. But all I'm going to be doing is adjusting this. See, it turns on the high beam, or that one, and if I shut my lights off, you'll tell. So that's the beam, like the regular beam, but if you put it on like the high one, you can see it like it focuses it. I've never really had much luck with these heads. But then again, I've never really had a good centering skid to look far down the pipe. So hopefully this will, make a difference. But you can clearly see the light difference. It is completely different. And another thing, if you have any of these newer heads, or not heads, these newer monitors, even the one before this that was still AVI, it's got a big red button there. It can do dual reels too. So like if you push that button, let's see if I can do this all in one shot. I'll move these skids. Ooh. If you push that button, see, now it's switched over to this one. Push it again. And we're back to this one. Also, to view some of the playback on it's a little bit different. If you plug that in, you'll see in just a second, it'll pop up in this corner. So now it's ready. So if we do a little recording, still the microphone on these aren't the greatest. Either that or it's the speaker. I'm not sure. I'm thinking it's the microphone, but I don't really care. I don't like talking on these recordings anyway. But and push it again to stop. And then to view it, you go into this button here with like a menu button. And see, this is totally different. This is where you can change all the settings. I was messing with a couple of the settings because you can make it a little bit better. You can go into this setting. I set it to UHD. It was set at HD. I put it UHD. And I'm not really sure what H264 and H265 are, but for some reason in 265 it seemed like it was a little bit clearer, but it doesn't matter. Anyway, those are just regular settings. But to view the video, see, these ones I messed with earlier. Still, the microphone on these aren't the greatest. Either that or it's the speaker. I'm not sure. I think it's the microphone. But I don't really care. I don't like talking on these recordings anyway. Yeah, so there it is. Yeah, like I said, on this one, I don't know if you have an Android or iPhone, whatever you have. I like using these because it's got lightning on one side, or not lightning, USB-C on one side and regular USB on the other. So I just plug it in my phone, go into the Files app, and there it is. You can save it to your camera roll. The other one, if you did that, you'd have to get a converting app. You'd have to open it with a converter, and it was just kind of an unnecessary step. But I will say this, the AVI files are higher quality, but honestly, it's not that big of a difference. But yeah, that's this one. I don't think I'm going to use it all that much because, like I said, I think it's a little big to bring into a house. Like this thing's a tank. I've got a tape measure here. Show you how tall it is. I'll close the top. roughly 38 inches tall, so it's a little over 3 feet. And it's heavy. That thing's really heavy. So I don't think this will be really like an in-home thing, but it is kind of nice. It's got wheels. Oop, I forgot that thing's plugged into it. But, and also just like the other ones, where is it? Oh. Yeah, that's to release the monitor. But yeah, if you got any questions about it or you want to order it, I don't really do any sales or anything, but if you got questions, reach out to me. Or if you're interested in buying one, I got this from Sally at Qyteco. Mia doesn't work there anymore. But yeah, I don't know. So far I've been happy with all of them. So I don't really see an issue with any of these. But I would say the most common one, I don't know, 6688U. I don't really know what the U stands for, but it has a brake on it. They probably updated everything. Oh, it has a wheel now. I'm not sure, but I know for sure I have these two, and they're both pretty badass. And now they're making flex shafts too. I'm hoping to get one of those someday because, I mean, I really like flex shafts. But anyway, that's all I got for you. So if you got questions, just reach out to me.